This video is brought to you by Anker. Today I'm testing something I honestly think creators overlook way too often, your charging setup. Because if you're like me, I've got a MacBook running, cameras, and batteries charging, iPhone's constantly dying, maybe an iPad, maybe even a 360 camera charging on the side, and all of that becomes this never-ending cable mess. But this year, Anker dropped their flagship line, Anker Prime. And this series is honestly the biggest leap they've made in charging tech. They rebuilt fast charging from the ground up with 5 new core technologies: GaNPrime 2.0, PowerIQ 5.0, ActiveShield 5.0, TurboBoost, and AnkerSense. And all 3 of the products I've been testing use different combinations of these. So instead of 3 different reviews, I wanted to try this as a creator workflow. Desk editing, camera batteries, travel bags, the whole thing. And I'm telling you, this is the first time my charging setup actually feels like a cohesive system. Let's start with the one that I use the most, the 160 watt Prime charger. Something I hate is traveling with multiple bricks. A charger for the MacBook, another one for the camera batteries, and another for the phone. Just unnecessary weight. This thing's insane. It's basically the size of my AirPods case, but it replaces 3 full Apple chargers. What makes this possible is Anker's new GaNPrime 2.0 architecture. It's their most advanced fast charging tech, and it lets them push way more power in a way smaller footprint. The density is crazy, 1.35 watt per cubic centimeter, which is why you're getting 160 watts from something this tiny. And most importantly, it stays consistent. It doesn't throttle down. I could plug in my 16-inch MacBook Pro, which pulls 140 watts, and it holds that the entire session. On top of that, the new PowerIQ 5.0 system basically gives the charger a brain. It recognizes what devices you plug in, reallocates power every couple of minutes per watt, and makes sure everything gets the fastest charge that it can handle. For the MacBook Pro go in this port or that port, you just plug it into any one of these USB-C ports and you automatically get 140 watts charging. So here's how I use it. On my desk right now, I got my MacBook here, plug this into any one of these. Plug that in, this lights up. You see here the wattage is going up. And then I'll also plug in, this is my battery charger for my 2 Sony batteries. I'll plug this in here. Now that I have the second thing plugged in, let's take a look. Shows you my wattage. I can even switch it to C1 priority. And lastly, let's plug in my Insta360 camera. I love this because not only are you getting the feedback of how much wattage is passing through, but it's holding up with ample energy passing through to everything that I need to charge. Normally that's 3 bricks per power strip. Now that's a tiny square. And because of PowerIQ 5.0, all 3 still charge at full efficiency, just like I had 3 original Apple chargers. And the display actually matters. It's part of their new AnkerSense system. I can tap through total per port output, temperature, and you can even use the mobile app to customize the modes. And if you pair this with the Prime power bank, which we'll get to next, it actually charges the power bank above the normal power delivery limit. You can get up to 150 watts of input, which only works inside the Prime ecosystem. For me as a creator, this has solved my cable chaos instantly. 1 tiny cube, full speed on every device, and all the intelligence handled for me. Okay, next, the Anker Prime wireless charging station. This instantly became my desk centerpiece. If you've seen my space, you know I'm always trying to keep my desk clean. This finally gave me a clean, no cable solution for my Apple Watch, AirPods, and iPhone. The big story here is that it uses the new Qi 2 25 watt wireless standard. This is the first charger to really take advantage of it. It charges my iPhone 17 Pro Max to 50% in about 22 minutes, which is only 2 minutes slower than Apple's 45 watt wired charger. Compared to my old 5 watt puck, it's 6 times faster. It finally makes wireless charging feel real. And here's what blew me away. It has an actual cooling system built in. This isn't just a passive metal plate. It uses aerospace grade TEC active cooling combined with the ActiveShield 5.0 system. Basically, one side cools the phone and the other pushes heat out with this tiny fan. It checks temperatures more than 10 million times per day. My iPhone stays around 89 degrees Fahrenheit even during fast wireless charging, which is way healthier for the battery long term. And these modes are actually useful. Boost mode gives you maximum charging with cooling. Ice mode cranks the cooling fan when you want the lowest temps. Sleep mode turns the cooling off and shuts the screen off. So at night, this thing is pitch black and it's silent. Just like the charger, this also runs AnkerSense. So the display shows temperature, output, and device icons, and the app can change themes, brightness, charging behavior, everything. If you're a creator like me that lives at your desk editing, writing, or uploading, this is the cleanest setup upgrade you can make. Now for the one underestimated the most, the 26K Prime Power Bank. This is the first power bank that feels like a creator tool and not just a travel accessory. It's basically the size of my iPhone, maybe slightly thicker, but it replaces wall power when I'm away from my desk. This is the monster of the lineup. You get 300 watts total, enough to charge 2 MacBook Pros and a phone at once. Both USB-C ports can push 140 watts each, and the USB-A gives you another 20. When I'm out filming on the go, I'll edit from the laptop and charge batteries from the power bank at the same time. It literally becomes a mobile editing station. I don't need to hunt for outlets at airports or cafes anymore because I got this. And here's the crazy part. This power bank can recharge to 50% in 13 minutes. It does that using dual port 250 watt recharging, and when the charging base launches, it'll use Anker's new TurboBoost system to get up to 150 watt wireless input with 99% efficiency. I mean, that's wild. A power bank that charges faster than some laptops. Again, it's running AnkerSense, so the screen shows remaining battery, temperature, time, remaining output per port, and you can customize it using the app. It's like having a tiny battery management system in your hand. Capacity is 26,250 milliamps, which is enough for days of phone usage, hours of laptop time, or an entire travel shoot. And yes, this thing is TSA approved, so you can take it anywhere. What I didn't expect was how well these work together. They're not just 3 separate chargers, they're an ecosystem. They all share the same camera logic, the same displays, the same app, and even communicate for exclusive high-speed modes. When I plug the power bank into the Prime charger, it enters its higher charging protocol above the power delivery limit. When I switch modes from the app, they all update instantly. As a creator, it's exactly what I want. One system that works on my desk, in my bag, and on location. So that's the Anker Prime Series. Honestly, the most cohesive charging setup I've ever used as a creator. There's a limited time discount happening now. The new Anker Prime Series products have at least 30% off during Black Friday. Check the link in the description and don't miss out. And also, Anker and Discovery's Prime 100 Creator Program is live. So submit your photo or video of your Prime moment for a chance to win the Anker Discovery Power Pack and even have your work shown on a major landmark screen. I'll link it below so you can jump in. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.